Hello, everybody. Welcome to Echo Underground. I'm Shanique.
This is Shanique.
Nigga, I already said my name. What is your name?
This is Mike.
Something wrong with him. I forgot. What do we talk about on here?
We're on a little bit of a food high, so it's okay.
No. Okay, we talk about movies, music, and any other interesting topics.
This one is gonna be interesting.
So before we get into it, hit us up at Echo U Podcast on Twitter or any of our other sites under Echo Underground Podcast, and leave some comments or suggestions about whatever. We do read them, by the way. And this episode is going to be about the new DC animated film, Batman Ninja. Brief synopsis. Gorilla Grodd builds a time machine made of whatever material. And basically, Batman tries to stop him, but in trying to stop him, it goes off, and they get transported back into old time Japan, and shit arrives. And that's the movie. Essentially, in a brief thing. Now, I'm going to give this movie a B+. I can't give it an A because the plot is just too much for me.
It's very cartoony plot. It's very, very cartoony plot.
I can even get... It's just the whole... It just went too far. But the voice acting was fine. I actually liked the action scenes. The big climax was a little what the fuck. A lot of things happened here that didn't make any type of sense. But it was very entertaining, and I say check it out. What do you give this movie?
I'm going to also give this movie a B+. I'm actually on the same page with you. Now, as far as movies go, this is not going to be anything groundbreaking, but as far as like Batman goes in the Batman universe, this is probably the most unique twist that they've ever done for a Batman story. Like, there's so many other good DC animated movies out right now, revolving around Batman. Like the other ones, Batman and Harley Quinn, and the Suicide Squad movie that just came out, Hell to Pay. A whole bunch of other really good movies, and I was like, no, Batman's and ninjas in this one. We need to see this. What? This one is not the typical DC animated movie, guys. It's 3D animated, first of all, kind of cel-shaded art style. But this is weird. I don't know what to tell you. Like, I'm pleasantly surprised by it, but yeah, we'll get into it in a bit.
Yes. So at this point, guys, there will be spoilers. So if you don't mind being spoiled, stick around. It's all good. If you do mind being spoiled, watch the movie. Let us know what you guys think, and then come back and watch.
Pause. Come right back.
Exactly.
Pause it for like an hour and a half, and then come right back here.
Yeah, it's about an hour and a half. We watched the English version. There's also a Japanese version if you want to be more, anime friendly.
That's a word for it?
Yeah, I'm gonna say that
sure.
Because what I've learned is that people say if you really want to watch anime, you should watch it in the actual language it was made. Personally, I still prefer the dub version over sub.
They did good in English, so it doesn't really. You're not missing much if you don't watch the.
Yeah, maybe it feels different.
We didn't watch the subtitle. the sub version, but
yeah, the Japanese version. But we have it. We could technically.
We got the point.
Yeah, we got the
same. We got the point.
All right, so basically, I'm gonna talk about my favorite character in this entire movie is Batman.
Yeah.
He was, I guess this is a young Batman too. They're not even an old Batman. And he adapted to his surroundings really well. Because Lord know if it was me. I would have been, what the fuck? And also, basically, when they got transported into time, they dropped them at different points in the time period.
Yeah.
So apparently while Batman was gone, they were fucking shit up. Because you have the Penguin, you have Joker, you have Two-Face, you have Deathstroke. You have all four... Poison Ivy. You have all the Robins. You have
Bane showed up for a little bit.
We'll get to Bane. Because what's happening with Bane? What? Was he just fat? And we'll get there.
He's there for a couple of years. All right, give him a break.
Maybe. And questions. But yeah, Batman was really cool. I liked his style. I liked that he adapted. I liked that he stepped up to the plate. He never lost focus, even when people were trying to play him. So yes, Batman's my favorite character. Who is your favorite character?
I'm actually gonna go with two favorite characters. Actually, no, just the one. I'm gonna actually go with Joker.
I figured.
No,
yeah.
see, Joker is such a good comic book villain that it's hard to do him wrong. And even though he's already like an easy character to do right, they did him excellently for this one. Mostly because he came off as a mix between, Joker that we all know is a very familiar Joker, and like he fused with some crazy over-the-top anime villain, and he really came off to me like I'm watching some kind of like Naruto or like whatever other, like he just came off as really anime. Okay, the way he talked was like still Joker, but the way he acted and like the sequences and the very end toward the climax made him very anime. We will get to that. Yeah, listen, I like Japanese Joker. I like, Daimyo, whatever the heck he called him, Joker.
Daijo, some weird shit Joker.
Something Demon Lord Joker, whatever it was. My favorite character, and I would absolutely love to see more if they ever chase this idea down again. This was very interesting.
Yeah, Superman the anime. But
right, exactly, right.
Basically, the movie opens up. They're at Arkham Asylum. All the criminals are there. Batman, all the Robins. They're fighting Grodd. They're trying to stop him from, pulling off this time machine and shit. It don't work.
No.
And they get transported in Japan, and we're all like, oh, this is where we're going with this movie.
Mm-hmm. That's the story we're going with, guys. Get over it.
Yeah. And I thought that opening sequence was pretty cool. It kind of gives you basically what you're walking into.
Yeah.
Gotham already looks weird in this version of it. And then when it goes back to Japan, you're like, alright, I already know what's about to happen. At least I thought I did. And then I had an expectation of like how anime we were going. And it took that and times it by 100.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh. And then I didn't know what to say anymore. I think Michael could tell you. This was one where I was just like, what? Listen,
maybe it's because I grew up on like the corniest of all the animes and like other like Japanese things that came out of like Japan, like Power Rangers and
yeah. But even then, I guess I couldn't get over the fact that it was Batman. Had this not been a Batman, I wouldn't have been like, oh, you know what? This is corny for anime. I'm like, oh, this is typical anime shit. But it's Batman.
It just goes to show, and this is like a running theory for like a lot of like comic book things.
Yeah.
Anything that's like turned from like American into anime, for some reason almost works.
Almost, yes.
Almost always works, should I say. And I'm like, wow, this is actually a good direction for him to go in for this one. Like, it's a Batman story. And
not everyone will like this, though.
No, it's not for everyone.
It's an acquired taste, I feel like.
If you
like anime you like Batman.
You kind of need to like both properties, right?
Now, if I feel like you can just like anime and still like this.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I don't doubt that.
But you can't just like Batman and still like this. I don't think it works that way.
Right.
This is a lie.
You might be asking why, like, Robin shaved his head or something like that.
I'm still asking because it doesn't make sense. But
hey, it was appropriate for the time if you think about it, alright?
It don't make no sense. He the only one that did that. But
Batman did it for a second, too. Which is weird because his hair grew back later on, which is really weird. It grew back in like a month now. Look at it. She didn't even think about it. Like, wait a second. He did shave his head, had a whole bat signal on the back of his skull.
What the hell was that bullshit? Okay, so we'll get into it. Let's skip the beginning. Because the beginning, when they did the time machine, yeah, it's cool and everything. But the real shit is when they're in Japan. And basically, they're in old time Japan. He lands in there in his bat suit, and he's like, what the fuck? And then...
Which is pretty much the appropriate reaction for when you jump into random like, medieval Japan. Like, okay, I'm here now.
And then he see a bunch of Joker ninjas coming at him, trying to attack him, and he's like, what?
Right, nigga, what?
That whole scene, though, was really cool. And then his first fight with the Joker was really cool.
I agree. All his fights with Joker are pretty cool, actually.
I know, but I'm saying, like...
Yeah, this first one definitely cool. Yeah,
it really opens up the movie, because you see Batman landed... And then he just goes after Joker immediately. Mm-hmm. And the Joker apparently has superpowers. All of a sudden he knows how to like do the typical Naruto. I'm surprised he didn't have the arms and do the Naruto run.
Right? The Bat family did the Naruto run, but I don't think Joker himself did.
Okay, like I want to know what the hell does that actually do?
Clearly it makes you faster. Okay, I don't know.
Hey, you a person, not a fucking Nah.
You're right. I know.
But that whole scene with the Joker was really cool. And then you saw Harley Quinn. I thought the design on all three of them were really good. And I like that fight scene. What do you think when Batman just drops in and he ends up fighting the Joker right away? What do you think of that whole sequence?
I mean, yeah, like he fought like the little, tiny guys first off, and then, Batman ends up finding out that, whoa, he's like fast forwarding the the Industrial Revolution, correct. And like he's helping fast forward that, and lo and behold, he realizes Alfred brought his Batmobile, which is apparently like 7 different other vehicles in one. But yeah, it was pretty cool because it was cool seeing that even with like his Batmobile, he still kind of got his ass down by Joker and like his fuckery, because Joker's.
That was like the second fight. I'm talking about the first one.
The first one.
When they fight at night.
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad. Yeah, I sure did. Yeah, the first fight was definitely cool. It was like in the woods with like the fans and shit. Yeah, Joker's clearly been around for a while, adapting to his his environment, because he's like using like throwing fans like he's in Mortal Kombat or some shit.
He's Katana.
He's definitely Katana from Mortal Kombat and like chopping down the trees, and man, it was cool. This is where you realize first in the show that this is definitely anime. Like they had that weird like tree hopping thing where like all you are is a blur going between like different things, like clashing with each other. Very good, very cool opening. Did not mind Joker's new redesign. I think let's put this out there right now. Everyone's redesign in this movie looked awesome. Joker's and Batman's probably be my favorites.
I actually love Nightwing's the best, to be honest. But then after that, right, we get into this whole big fight. Batman loses because he's out of his element. He didn't even realize what the fuck's really going on, but he was just fighting. Mm-hmm. And we meet Catwoman, but without her makeup.
Right.
And she takes him to Alfred, who also got a little anime style thing.
Ponytail going on.
Wasn't he already like going bald anyway?
Yeah, right. He was already going bald, but now he made a ponytail out of
it. Yeah, and then he had a little bat cave, and then Joker.
He had a bat hut.
Yeah. Well, hey, look, we don't got a whole thing. We don't got time.
He's trying to make it work. I get that.
With his Batmobile, and they had about like 5.2 seconds, and then cannons just started attacking them. And then we go into the fight that Michael was talking about, where Batman races his Batmobile up there. Now, I'm going to skip ahead. That whole scene we racing Batmobile up there was really cool.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
But the shock of Bane took me all the way. I had to laugh because it was so... Why was he a sumo? Whoever made this, explain to me why was Bane a sumo? And like the things that are supposed to be his like poison or venom.
Yeah.
The fuck? That was not venom. That looked like rope on his back. And I just don't understand why he was a sumo and he was actually a Japanese man.
Yep. And speaking that sumo is like say this like almost like a battle cry or something like that. I don't forgive me for not knowing for being an uncultured swine here. But like he was saying Doskoi, which is pretty much what like sumo say during their matches.
Yep.
And I was like, wow, he's full on Japanese now. Like he had the whole I don't know what they call him in Japan, but I think that they wrap themselves in at the bottom, and like he got that whole thing going on. He got fat apparently. He kept the mask apparently. That's the only thing about Bane that stayed calm, consistent is his mask, and then that was the end of that.
Yeah, that was just a lot of weird fucking shit. And then Batman's like car became like wings, then became a motorcycle, then became a bat machine to fight Bane. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
I was confused. The one that got me the most, I can get over the car to plane, but plane to motorcycle, that was just like,
yeah.
I can even get over a motorcycle to bat armor. Which also they had this little thing where every time he changed, he became like they had like little writing on the page.
Right, yeah. That's pretty cool actually.
Yeah, that was actually really cool.
They did that for all the characters when they first appeared too, like, like typical anime style with the kanjis and all that kind of stuff. Like, it looked pretty cool. Corny. Very, very, very fan servicey, as if like they knew that it was corny, but like, you know what, they planned this out. I'm okay with the end result. It's corny, but it was entertainingly corny.
Yes. And then like another thing, Joker built a Joker tower, so his house became a giant robot. And I feel like if I had people living in this town, I'd be like, what is happening?
Ever since y'all got here, shit just been getting weird. Why does the castle have arms? Like,
why?
If I lived there before they got there, I'd be so confused.
I would be hella confused because I'd be like, I've never seen this shit. And then also, like, what is with this bat dude? And what is a car? And why is it moving?
There's also that, right?
What is this motorcycle? How is he flying in the air?
The car started to fly, and then it wrapped himself around his body. What?
Yeah, there was a lot of things going on in this scene. It was really fun, though. And it made me laugh.
Oh, yeah.
And it was hella enjoyable.
Oh, yeah. It was so corny that I was laughing throughout pretty much the whole movie. Like, all the over-the-top action scenes, I'm just, like, cracking up. But it was good.
Oh, there's one that just made me go, what the fuck?
We'll get to that one. I know exactly what you're talking about. We'll get to that one.
Okay, and so after this, Batman eventually meets the Robins. And, you know, it's Nightwing, Red Robin, Red Hood, and then Robin.
Well, Red Hood comes in later, but yeah, Red Hood.
But they mention him, so that's why I said that.
Okay, gotcha.
And then he's like, oh, who are you? And then we see that we meet a group of ninjas who
have a bat prophecy.
Yep, who has a prophecy where they were going to meet a Batman who is going to deliver them from evil. And they can control bats who have a mind of their own and can transform things and do shit. And I'm just like, what? I don't know what to think.
Don't get us started on the monkeys, but we'll get to that one.
Oh, we're not even going towards the monkeys yet. And after that, we see Robin before as well. Damian, who fucked up his hairline and his hair.
His hair in general.
And has a talking monkey as a friend that he can understand. And he gets a message delivered to him from Gorilla Grodd.
Yep.
So then we see Gorilla Grodd. And he just chilling in his own little sauna.
Yep.
And he makes a deal with Batman. He said, you help me defeat Joker. Because at this point, I didn't mention it, but Poison Ivy took over one part of the region. Penguin took over another. Deathstroke took over another part. And then Two-Face took over his own part. And they're all trying to conquer China along with the Joker.
Japan!
Whatever.
Jesus, Japan.
Japan.
I apologize for her. Jesus.
Nah, whatever. Some Asian country. And then...
Oh, God. The ignorance right now.
I know it's Japan, but... My mind went to China for some reason. But they're doing a lot to conquer Japan. And I don't know why I said China. I was saying Japan the whole entire podcast.
That's what I realized.
Except for this one. Italy. And
Big dinner, man.
Big dinner as well. And they're all trying to do that. And so Gorilla Grodd is like, yo, you help me defeat Joker. Get a part of the thing. And I'll make sure that we build this time machine real quick. Batman don't trust him, and shit goes awry. And they basically will lead to another fight with the Joker, and Batman and his Batman squad.
Batman squad.
And the Robins as well. Because we're talking about the ninjas who praise Batman. And they do this whole water battle, which I actually thought they were smart. Like, they had decoys, and then they attacked him on the boat. They actually got a good hand, and Joker's so crazy he blew his own shit up. And Gorilla Grodd eventually betrayed them, which is what they expected.
And Catwoman, right?
Catwoman, she's shady, bro. She's like, ooh, shiny.
Right.
That's basically how you can't trust Selena Kyle.
Oh, yeah, that comes with the territory, absolutely.
I know Batman's like, no shit, Selena.
Right.
Oh, and before we didn't talk about it, but when he met Selena, he went undercover. And
that's when he shaved his hair.
When he shaved his hair, and he put a bat sign on it. Batman in this universe does not hide he's Batman. Even when he's Bruce Wayne, everything got a bat around him.
Yeah, true.
He's
not very stealthy, Batman.
Yeah,
for a guy as smart as you are, you keep putting yourself out there. Like, come on, dog.
He did something stupid in the first scene. He tried to use his little hook things.
Oh yeah, grappling hook. Yep.
And then he's like, "Oh wait, there's no fucking bill."
Right, exactly.
And I was like, "All right, maybe this Batman isn't as smart as the normal Batman." Mm-hmm. But yeah, what do you think of that whole fight with the Joker on the boat, Gorilla Grodd, and the Bat People?
Oh man, this is like I said before, guys. Every time Joker ends up having an action scene, it's probably my favorite thing in the movie. because any scene including him, my favorite. So yeah, it was pretty cool. Like it was like a well thought out thing with like the ambush of like the Joker with like Gorilla Grodd and these fake soldiers in the water. It was pretty cool. One thing I will say is Harley Quinn probably had some of the coolest action scenes I've ever seen her in an animated movie. Cause like normally when she's in there, she had like a couple of hits in there. Like
I thought the Suicide Squad movies, she's usually pretty good.
Well, I mean, she's pretty good in there too. But I'm really glad that she looks as good as she did here, especially fighting against Selena Kyle in this movie. Like she had the whip versus a girl with a hammer, which is a very weird matchup. But
the fact that she could pick up that hammer, she brawled it.
Yeah, right. And she knocked the shit out of Batman with it too. So I'm like, she not only she brawled it, but she got like the strength enough to swing it. But yeah, that was cool. And I do like the inclusion of Two-Face in that fight when he realized when Gorilla Grodd was like, nah, peace out. I'm in here for myself right now. We kicked Joker's ass together, which is pretty cool team up by the way. Like Gorilla Grodd wasn't always an asshole. Like there was actually a team up between Batman and Gorilla Grodd. It looked
like
cool.
10.2 seconds.
Yeah, I mean it was very short for like a little finishing move kind of thing on Joker.
Yeah.
But it looked cool. So then he decides to be an asshole and he decided, hey, I'm on that other boat now. And then Joker decides to like move everything on by just saying, "Listen, fuck this. I got a big ass bomb. We all going down."
Yep.
Which leads into the next chapter of the story.
Yeah, and then after that, right? Joker blows himself up with Harley, and Harley's like, "Cool, we're gonna blow up together." Pudding.
Right? She didn't ask no questions about it.
She didn't ask
Ride or die.
For real. Unlike the movies and like any other series, she's like, "Pudding, I can't swim."
Right?
Or like, "Why are we doing this?"
Stop being a pussy, Harley. Let's go.
That was not Joker. I don't know.
Well, I'm not Mark Hamill, so I can't pull it off.
Hey, Jared Leto and Heath Ledger were able to do Joker voices.
I'm not an actor. I don't care. I'm just some guy sitting in a chair right now. Okay, give me a break.
Anyway, they next after that, I believe, is when they kind of learn about the monkey people. Not monkey people. Lord have mercy.
Get it together, Shanique.
The bat people. And they kind of learn about the history.
The prophecy, the Batman, all that stuff.
All that shit. And then we see Red Hood, right? Is the bar we see Red Hood?
In this next scene, we can probably say it was here. That's fine.
Yeah. We see Red Hood wearing the most dumbest fucking outfit. Like, everyone's Japanese look fine but his.
He looked the least ninja of all the ninja characters in this movie.
I know. Why did he just do the Kenshi and put, like, the blindfold?
Well, it wouldn't be a hood. I mean, granted, what he was wearing wasn't a hood, but...
No, it looked like...
I guess he wanted to cover his whole face.
Let me tell you what it looked like. It looked like a chef hat with holes in it. Alright? That's what it looked like.
It comes down to his chin. Like, he just covered the whole face.
Yeah, and then Joker, basically, he hypnotized himself. At this time, we don't know that, but basically, he hypnotized himself to, forget who he was. So we actually get to see the Joker's normal face.
Right.
Which I thought was really cool. Batman convinces him to stop, even though Batman was like, you're gonna be back again.
Red Hood was ready to blow his shit up, though, which is like...
He always ready to blow his shit up, though.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, Joker, look what you did to me. And I'm like, Red Hood, you need therapy. Real therapy. Because all through the movie, he's like, I'm gonna kill this dude. I'm gonna kill that dude. I'm gonna blow him up.
I want to take a second to talk about how they made the characters in this movie match so many anime like cliche or tropes or whatever. It's like there's always one anime guy who's like, I don't care, I just want to kill everybody I see. Red Hood. There's the one anime character with like a weird ass sidekick being Damian Wayne. You know, there's like the second stringers like, you know, Red Robin and Nightwing. Obviously the main character who's like broody and emotional.
Yeah.
Then all the bad guys like crazy over the top, and like there's like 6 different bad guys in this movie, and I'm like, damn. I mean, granted they didn't have.
Gorilla Grodd wasn't over the top.
Well,
no, he did. He did get towards in. He didn't start that way, but he ended that way.
Right, and you know, obviously Joker, but everyone else wasn't as fleshed out because, like, you know, there was Deathstroke, Two-Face. Two-Face had a little small moment later on too. Ivy and Penguin. I feel like they could have been fleshed out because I do like all the designs.
Ivy to me looks the best out of the girls. I thought her design was the best out of the girls.
I like Ivy as well, but I will say I like her more. But I do like the fact, for at least Selena Kyle will probably be like a second runner up for me, because like I do like her little, like, you know, cat cat / Wolverine claw thing she had going on against
She was fucking it up.
Harley Quinn.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But yeah, I just wanted to say that there are a lot of like anime tropes that it end up matching for each character here.
Yeah, Damian was surprisingly nice.
Yeah, he was not like Damian Wayne from Son of the Batman or whatever movie that was. Where like he was just like he was still like League of Ninjas Damian Wayne, League of Assassins, sorry. But yeah, but whatever. And he had like this little monkey friend, which is a little weird. But like I said,
they
anime
were
tropes.
So cute. The monkey was
tropes.
cute.
That was weird. Monkey Chi or whatever her name.
Mochi.
Whatever.
Stop be hating on Mochi.
Move on from the damn monkeys. We won't get to them again anyway.
Yes. Anyway, so after that, Gorilla Grodd. He teams up with Two-Face, right? And Batman's like, I'm gonna train and be a ninja, and I'm gonna actually assume my real name, some Japanese Batman thing, and
like Shogun Batman or something like that.
Some shit like that. And then he gets his Batman ninja costume, which I thought was really cool. But we learned later he's wearing his Batman costume underwear. So I'm like, dude, I know you hot.
Right. How can you even bend your elbows right now? You got 2 pieces of armor on all your joints. Like,
but anyway, they come with a plan. They're like, all right. So Selena Kyle betrays them. She's like, I just want to get home. I don't care whose side I'm on. I just want to get home. If I give this to you, blah blah blah. She thought Gorilla Grodd would win. So basically, she sided with the winning team.
Hey, Selena Kyle's on Selena Kyle's team right now.
That's very true. And then, so she was like, you know what? I just want to get home. I'll give you the thing you need to finish the time machine to get home if you bring me with you. And she's like, okay. So Gorilla Grodd takes over the Joker Tower, which is the house that has arms.
Yep.
And apparently legs. And then
gives it more limbs.
Yeah. And then he finally builds it and all this stuff. And then it's time to take the other people over, right? To basically get the other parts of the machine to build a time machine from all the other villains. So all the other villains magically can transform their houses into giant robots.
This is where the movie gets really fucking anime.
It was already there, but this took it to like... When I saw this part, this is when I was like, whoa, you exceeded my expectations of anime-ness. Yeah. I was just like, what's happening? So basically, everyone got a big robot. They all have names for their robot. I'm like, this is so unlike any of these characters. Especially Deathstroke and Ivy. They will be the least likely to build giant robots.
I mean,
but we learned why,
because he's like, Two-Face is definitely like a gangster kind of dude. Like, you won't see him in no giant robot no time soon.
We know why, because Gorilla Grodd gave them, like, did some mind control shit.
Right.
That's why. But at the time, we didn't know, so we were like, what?
So we all had the same idea.
I know. And then they meet into, like, this field, this little battle area.
Field of hell.
Field of hell in this battle area. And all of a sudden, everything got bigger and bigger, and I was just like, what the fuck is happening? One of them looked like a Gundam. I don't care what Michael said.
Yeah, they're all Gundams. Except for the one who looked like had like 6 arms on or whatever it was.
Looked like the shit from like Buddha or some shit. Looked like some Indian stuff.
Okay, yeah.
It did though.
Yeah, it did, sure.
He like looking at me like I said something wrong. But it did. And I forgot her name. I know the actual name, but I'm gonna jack it up, so I'm not gonna even try to say it. But I was just like, okay, you're like some goddess thing with like 6 or 7, 8 arms. And then the rest are like robot-looking things. And
Penguin's actually like a giant penguin. He had penguin soldiers apparently, but like, I don't know what was going on with that.
Look, if Grodd can have monkey soldiers, Penguin can have penguin soldiers, okay?
Fair enough.
And they're all attacking each other, yada yada. And then Grodd, ace in the hole, says... Psych, I have mind control all you people, and I'm gonna do this. And then Joker, and then like Batman tried to do his sneak attack during this whole process. And then Joker comes out of nowhere and bombs them all with like gas or something. This is after Grodd takes out everyone else, because his tower is better than everyone. And then Joker takes over the Joker Tower. He takes it back. And then he completes Grodd's plan. And this is when...
Anime.
So hard to say. I can't believe I'm ever saying this. Poison Ivy, Penguin, Two-Face, Joker, Deathstroke became one big ass robot. And then I was like,
all that was missing was Go Power Rangers.
yes, it looked like the shit that happened at the end of the Power Rangers movie plus the show, where they just become one big ass robot.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I didn't know what to say. I was so like,
if they were going for
what?
shock factor, they absolutely achieved it. Because right here, I started cracking up. I was like,
they had theme music.
They did have theme music. Like it's crazy because the first part of the movie, I felt like I was watching like a Batman animated movie in a Japanese art style. Now I felt like I was watching an anime with some Batman characters in it. Like it's kind of weird how my brain transitioned from how I was actually watching the movie in the first half versus the second half. But like right here was when the most. Oh no, we're missing 2 more transformations. I just realized this. So yeah.
Oh wait, but those transformations are after the big one. Yes, but they're gonna come and then I'm just done. Okay, I'm completely done. Once after the first one, after the giant. So I was supposed to be done when I saw all the villains become one giant robot. I was done. I was just like, what the fuck am I watching? And I told Michael, every time he complains about any weird movie, I'm literally going to say Batman Ninja.
This movie got a B+ from you, so it's not all that weird then, okay?
Okay, but you always like, Shanique, you always got me watching weird stuff.
Yes.
He suggested this. Remember,
yes.
Michael.
I fully recommend you go watch this movie, actually. I don't care. Listen, say whatever you want to say. I had a blast watching this movie, okay?
It's fun. It's fun. Weird as fuck, but it's fun.
Stupid fun.
Yeah, it is. The plot's not making sense like 20 minutes into the movie. Then I was just like, all right, I'm here for the ride.
Right, yeah, right.
But anyway, they become a big robot. All the Batman team is just like, what do we do? Right? Like, I don't know what we do. And then they save Grodd's life because Joker like drove Grodd and Catwoman out the Joker Tower, and Harley and him take over, and they save him. Grodd saves Robin, Damian, and Grodd gives him the monkey flute. So that's what it is.
Plot armor flute is what you really should call this thing. This is the super plot armor flute of all time. I've never seen something like this before, yo.
So Robin and his monkey Mochi plays a song that we didn't even know worked to summon the monkey army, who has monkey armor on, and it's like a lot of them, so they had enough to cover the giant robot. And apparently maybe the robot's linked to Joker, because Joker's like, I can feel them crawling on me. And at this point I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, if I wasn't at what the fuck already, I'm here.
And we still have one more.
Yes. And so, like, I'm like, okay. The monkey is like, they're attacking it, and then he locks him off. And then Mochi sees his girl, and it's like, we know another song. And they play another song, because both monkeys are on the flute, playing the song along with Damien. And the monkeys transform into, like, a giant child monkey. And they attack the robot, and I'm just like, what is happening? I don't understand.
This is the point where you just watch the movie and you're like, what the fuck is this?
Like, what? And it's working. Joker is like getting beat, but then Joker like turns up the heat, turns a gun on them. Then the bat people,
right?
Then the bat people come. And then they're like, Batman, we are here, Sensei.
One more.
And then they're like helping the bats are like helping, and then guess what happened? They're like, wait, we confused with the monkeys. And the monkeys and the bats become a giant Batman, and I'm done. I am fucking
done. There were about
a
dozen transformations between the bad guys and the good guys in this movie, and I was like, I don't even care anymore. Like,
Joker was done. I was done. I was just like, we really, and not even like,
Joker was like, really? I'm the Joker, and this is bullshit.
Exactly. And then, even though, and it's not even current Batman, it's Batman from like the 80s Batman.
Right.
The suit.
So how do you even know what he looked like in his OG suit?
This is called TV.
Plot armor. Plot armor giant Megazord Batman thing. Look, based on that whole scene, while it was fun and entertainment, it was so what the fuck that
that whole sequence is what dropped this movie from an A to a B plus.
What?
Yes, it got to the point where I was just like,
I rescind my grade. My grade is now an A because Shanika's a loser.
fuck you. Alright? Fuck him, because this movie is not an A movie.
This is great.
It's entertaining, but it does not deserve A. Do not hype them up.
I'm gonna hype this all. I'm gonna hype it to the fucking moon.
No,
I do not care.
No, absolutely not. Canceled. But it was entertaining. That whole sequence, it was so shocking. I was just like, sure, I'm rolling with the giant Batman. And giant Batman like punched a hole through him.
Yeah, he punched his arm off in like this weird like punch clash thing, which was really hype. Cause they're both like coming at each other, screaming, and like the animation gets really anime and it looked good.
Yeah, and it's also Batman was in the fist that was punching. So when he broke through the armor, he chopped out of the thing. Mm-hmm.
Which is weird because that means someone's giant robot got broken. I'm forgetting who was the arms, but everyone went up and fought someone anyway. So I'm wondering who the hell got their whole Megazord punched and still had time to fight.
No, the main part, the heart, was the Joker Tower.
Yeah, I get the main part was the Joker Tower, but like he punched the arm though, right? In the clash, when they punched each other at the same time, Batman punched through the arm. So I'm saying someone's Megazord.
No, that's still Joker, because what happened is that's still Joker's arm, unless he combined with another one, because I thought the legs and shit was like the rest of them.
I'll go with that, because at this point it's like so much happening.
I thought the top part was the Joker's tower, and the bottom part with the rest of them.
Well, they're all the limbs, like everything from the head and the chest is Joker's tower.
But he had arms already.
Yeah. Well, those weren't the arms that he ended up using, though. He ended up using the other guys' the arms.
So
because there were 4 other bad guys, and all 4 bad guys became a limb.
See, I thought each 2 bad guys became both the legs.
Oh,
but you know what? Whatever. I don't fucking.
At this point, we're arguing realism for a movie where bats and monkeys are joining forces to fight a clown. So.
And then a big ass Batman happens, and man, I'm just like thinking this. I'm like, this is the weirdest sentence I've ever said.
Yeah, my brain is sweating just like explaining this because I'm like, what? This is a lot of work to explain because it sounds so ridiculous.
So all that happens, and now all of them are fighting each villain one by one. Red Hood is fighting Deathstroke. Nightwing fought. Oh no, I'm sorry.
Penguin. You're right. You're right.
Damian fought Poison Ivy.
Mm-hmm.
Catwoman fought Harley. Red Robin fought Two-Face. Mm-hmm. And then Joker fought Batman. Right. And so we don't really get to see. We see glimpses of the other fights, but at this point, we just focus on Joker and Batman.
Yeah, they made those fights really short. Like pretty much the good guys won those fights.
Yeah, but apparently Poison Ivy can use a sword. I was just like,
and apparently all of them can, because I think Two-Face was also using a sword.
Hey.
And Red Hood was using guns made out of bamboo. So fuck realism, right?
I mean, there was a gunpowder back then.
Yeah, gunpowder, but nobody made it out of bamboo. They made it out of metal. Oh, excuse me. But
hey, whatever. So what do you think of the final Joker and Batman fight?
Oh, wow. This is probably my favorite scene in the movie. Because if things weren't anime before, they get anime. Actually, no, I'm sorry. There's just no point in saying that anymore. This movie's already fully anime.
I'm about to say.
But like now it's like a final battle type anime thing where it's like, they're fighting on top of a burning fortress type thing. And it looked really cool. Like I was telling Shanique, like, yo, this would make a dope ass video game if ever it was. Because like, Batman ended up doing at one point in the battle like the weird Naruto hand sign things.
Yeah.
And that was weird, but so for some reason, and like
he called his own, what was it, ninja jutsu?
Yeah, like he started using bats as like fake Batman. And by the way, I don't know. Like Shani said earlier, apparently at some point Joker ended up learning like ninjutsu or kung fu or some shit, because he's actually holding his own against Batman, and he did end up using the whole philosophy against him, like, you won't kill me, so I'm gonna win, because I'm for sure, goddamn sure, gonna kill you. Yep. And it almost looked like that because Joker got a lot of good hits in.
They faked this out too,
right? Yeah, there's a good fake out in there where I thought like, well, I guess Batman's got his ass kicked. Because, I don't know, Joker got powered up for being in Japan or some shit like that. I don't know, but he got powered up.
Yeah.
And he did lose the ponytail, which, thank God. I didn't feel like seeing that too much longer.
Yeah, that was weird. But you know what's weird? That whole scene where when he started turning into bats, I was just like, the fuck? When did you learn this?
Yeah,
we saw your journey. I can even get passes for the rest of them because we didn't see them. But we saw you.
And you just got here. You've been here the shortest amount of time of everybody else.
Yeah, and now you can turn into bats, and I'm like...
Right.
Okay, we just going with it.
Hey, if the bat can turn into a giant Batman robot, fuck it, why not? At this point, you know...
Was that even a robot? What was that?
Well, not a robot, but like a collection of big-ass bats that are apparently fireproof, because the flamethrower was hitting them dead on. And, like, they just ate it.
Yeah.
The monkeys had a hard time eating that, but the bats, for some reason, were like, yeah, we don't melt.
Hey. That's all I got to say. Hey. And... So the whole fight happens, and that fight is really good. It was a good way to end the whole Japan saga, and then they go home.
Mm-hmm.
And Bruce, I guess he loved Japan because he got a car that looked exactly like it.
I think that was Alfred's idea, actually.
Yeah, but aren't you trying to hide you the Batman?
Yeah.
Apparently not in this universe.
Like, yeah, ninja horses. That no one's gonna guess that I'm Batman or anything like that. Like, okay.
Oh, lamps that have the bat signal on it.
Right.
Sure.
Or for that first part, like, why you shave your own bat signal in the back of your head? Like, what the fuck was that about? Ready to be sneaky, guy.
Who did that?
Yeah,
it couldn't have been him. It had to be Selena.
Right. I think it might have been Selena too, to be honest. Because he didn't meet nobody else before he got that. Other than maybe Alfred, but Alfred wouldn't have set him up like that, though.
Yeah, that looked dumb. Overall, I would say, as a closing remark, see the movie. It's not what you expect it to be, but it's really interesting, and you just gotta have an open mind. Because if you don't have an open mind, things are gonna start happening. You're gonna want to turn the shit off.
Right. It might look a little too cartoony for some hardcore DC fans or whatever.
Yeah, but if you like Batman and you like anime, you're gonna really like this movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be what the fuck at some parts, but you're gonna actually enjoy it. So I recommend seeing it. Closing remarks.
This is one of those movies that makes me think that if certain American properties like Marvel or DC actually go to some kind of anime art style, it can work. Even our anime story style, because this was definitely anime art style and story style. If they do that, then it could look pretty cool. I wished it got some more marketing because I feel like it's going to go under so many radars. But like, it's actually pretty fun to watch.
Yeah, it's a really good fun ride.
And I'm telling you right now, it probably looks a cool video game too.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, everyone's redesign here look cool. The story is very anime. Like, it's like, good guy gets his ass kicked, grows from it, and giant robots. Listen, there's a whole bunch of things in between that we can't do justice for until you watch the movie. We cannot do justice for it until you see this. Please tweet at us and let us know how it goes for you. It's like I said, it's stupid fun. So don't at us and be like, "What the fuck did y'all make me buy?" Or like, waste an hour and a half of my life on. You will like the movie. Stop lying.
Yes, exactly. I definitely agree with Michael, and check this movie out. You guys can tweet us at Echo U Podcast, and you can also find us on Facebook, iTunes, Twitter. Sorry, I just said that, but whatever. SoundCloud.
Twice.
Exactly. Any podcasting apps, all under Echo Underground Podcast, where you can like, comment, follow, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next episode. Bye.
See ya.